back and forth when you're hustling. I don't wanna time travel no more. I wanna be here. Hey everyone, today is June 18th. It is my official quit day. This morning, it was probably like 2 in the morning, something like that. I don't know. Look at the time of the last video. I threw away the rest of the cigarettes that I had. That was an anxious moment. Let me just tell y'all what's going on. I'm quitting smoking, and I want to make a video for, you know, each day and how it goes, because I'm really nervous. I was watching this guy named Brock and his journey of quitting. It was just refreshing to watch someone that was going through the same thing that I'm going to be going through. I guess I should give you guys some background on my smoking history. I started smoking, the first time I ever smoked anything was prom night. I smoked some of a Black and Mild because essentially it was because all my friends smoked. My boyfriend at the time, he smoked, and I was just like, what the hell is so great about it? And I hit it, and I was just like, and so what, you know? But they were all like, oh, you took it like a G. Like, they were so excited for my life because I didn't cough or anything. I just smoked it. And then during that summer before I went to college, I smoked occasionally, like real occasionally. Like, if I don't even think I did that summer. I don't know if I smoked during that summer. I don't think I did. I know I went to New York and I wasn't smoking at all during that summer. I didn't smoke until I didn't start smoking again until I turned 18, because I was 17 at the time. I didn't start smoking until I turned 18, and then I would buy myself Black and Milds, and I would get singles, and then I started getting packs. It wasn't really an addiction until I went up to New York the summer after my freshman year, and I went through some things, and I would refrain from talking to people. So instead of talking to people, I would smoke, and that's how the habit formed. From the summer after my freshman year up until this past winter, I smoked Black and Milds, occasional cigarettes, but mostly Black and Milds. And then I switched over to cigarettes because Black and Milds are more expensive. There's less of them in the pack, and I go through them quicker than I would a pack of cigarettes. So my parents smoke, and my dad was just like, it would be more cost efficient if you smoke cigarettes than Black and Milds. And so that's when I started smoking cigarettes. And it's crazy that my dad was the one to say you should smoke cigarettes, but he wasn't saying you should, but he was just like, I smoke cigarettes and it does not cost as much. He's like, I have a lot less trouble with cigarettes. I don't go through cigarettes as fast as you go through Black and Milds. I started smoking cigarettes, and I started off with Camel No. 9s because I remember one time coming out of theater class, I didn't have any blacks, and so I bummed a cig off of one of my classmates, and she had the Camel No. 9 menthols, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. And then, like, when I started smoking them for my own packs, like, I missed a whole part of the story. About a year ago, I think it was about a year or two ago, year and a half ago, I had a friend that lived across the street from my mother's house, and her and I would smoke cigarettes because I, didn't have a Black and Mild, and she smoked cigarettes. So I would smoke cigarettes with her, and then I remember when I got back to school, I was just like, Oh, buddy, I like cigarettes, and I was smoking the Marlboro Reds. Like, I can't believe I was smoking those because I would smoke Black and Milds, and so Black and Milds don't have menthol in them, and so I wasn't really used to the menthol thing. So I would smoke the Marlboro Reds, and oh my god, I was smoking blacks and Marlboro Reds at the same time. And then eventually, like after about 4 or 5 of the Marlboros, I threw them away. And occasionally throughout that time I would bum cigarettes off of people whenever I didn't have a black, but anyway, so I started smoking the Camel. Fast forward to this past winter, Camel number 9s, and then I switched to Camel menthols because that's what my mother smokes, and I like the taste of those better. I like the taste of Camel menthols better than Newports. I don't know why people hype Newports up so much. I mean, like they do what they. I mean, I guess they're all right, but they taste weird, especially after having a Camel menthol. I should not be thinking about how good they taste because I don't need to think about it because it's gonna make me crave. I think what the hard thing is going to be is just the cravings. I mean, I guess that is the hardest part of all of it. The cravings. It's like I crave all the time. Like I don't have, like some people have a set time that they smoke because they're on schedules and all that stuff. I'm not on a schedule, so I smoke when I want to. Like I just smoke. Like I don't smoke around my boyfriend because he really hates it. He's not mean about it like my last boyfriend was, but he's not mean about it, but he just really can't stand cigarettes and what they do to people. And I mean, he works at a drugstore, so he sees people buying cigarettes all the time, people with oxygen tanks buying cigarettes. Like he sees it holding people back from life. And so he just doesn't want that to be my fate. And he's just like, he's like, I don't want, like, if this, goes further than just dating, it's like, I don't want the mother of my kids, I don't want my wife to be a smoker. And I'm like, that's understandable. I don't want to be a smoking mother because that's how my habit started. Because, I've always been around smoking. Like my mom, my dad, my stepdad, they all smoke. My sister smokes. Both of my sisters smoke. I smoke. My brother doesn't smoke, but that's because he's like, I'm a singer and I don't want to mess up my voice. But like all of us smoke. Like my whole family, we all smoke. And I was the one growing up like, Mom, Dad, please quit smoking. I don't want you to smoke and all that stuff. And I became a hypocrite because I would beg my parents to quit smoking. I would beg them to quit smoking. And then I started smoking. But they were like, don't sit here and say that you'll never do something because you don't know what you're going to do when you get older. And they were right about a lot of things. There are a lot of things I said I'd never do, and I did. And I've done, and I do. So I'm just like, I'm talking a lot because I'm stressed. Like I'm freaking out internally. Like my heart is racing. My nerves are on 10 right now. Like I am craving a cigarette so bad right now. And it's like when my boyfriend leaves, like whenever he goes to work or whatever, I'll have a cigarette. And then I'll eat and I'll have a cigarette. And I'll sit and talk to my friends and I'll have a cigarette. Or I'll go for a walk and I'll have a cigarette. I mean, like it's not like I'm having this many cigarettes every day, but it's just like I'm smoking. And like some days I'll have 2 cigarettes. Some days I'll have 5 or 6. It's like I can go through a pack. If I'm smoking diligently, I can go through a pack in about 3 days. But if I'm just moderate, like I usually go through 1 pack a week. And I guess that's better than some people. Some people go through 2, 3, 4, 5 packs a week. I go through 1 pack a week, mostly because I'm broke. But I'm craving so bad, like that release of nicotine in my body it just feels so good. And I don't, like, even now, usually if you look at my other videos, I smoke when I'm making my videos. I don't just sit here and talk. Like, I'm smoking while I'm making my videos. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna relapse. I'm so nervous that I'm going to relapse because I feel it. Because I feel like I'm psyching myself out that I'm ready. I feel like I'm convincing myself that I'm ready, even though I really know I'm not. But it's just like, it's been so hard to continue smoking when the people around you are so not here for it. And I'm just like, I need to do it. I need to. Like, this is not conducive to my life. This is not good for my life. Like, I hate that I'm so attached to something like this that's so bad for me. I hate that. But at the same time, it's just like, I'm not ready to just, because I don't have anything to replace it. Like, and I guess I have to make a plan. I have to make a plan. Like, I don't want to get on medications. I don't want to buy them expensive ass patches and fucking gum. Like, why is it gum? Why is the gum and why are the patches so damn expensive? It's like, it costs more to quit than it does to, and that's a possible quit. That's not even like a guarantee you're going to quit, because there are people that still smoke and they chew the gum and have the patches and they still smoke. And so they're spending money on cigarettes and the solution, and nothing's happening. Like, that just blows my mind. And I don't have a doctor that I can go to right now because I'm not home. And it's like, I don't have the money for prescriptions. So I'm like, I don't have the money for this stuff. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just quit cold turkey? And, you know, I'll eat sunflower seeds. They're cheap. They occupy your time. I don't know. I'm stressed out. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm kind of like lashing out right now. I'm just really freaking out because this is scary. It's scary to think of what I'm going to do to handle. I'm not good at handling stress. I'm not. Like, I get frazzled really easily, and I work well under pressure, but I get really frustrated. I get frustrated really easily because I don't like to be rushed. It's the Libra in me I just cannot stand being rushed. Like, if you want to piss me off, like, immediately piss me off, rush me to do something. I mean, like, I'm not one of those people that just takes my sweet time and I'm just gonna move at this, you know, in slow motion and all this stuff. I'm not one of those people, but I'm like, don't rush me. Don't rush me now, because I will go off if you rush me. Like, I don't have a problem. Like, I'm not a confrontational person, but I don't have a problem voicing myself when I'm being rushed, because that's the one thing that's my pet peeve. That's my pet peeve. I feel like I have so much to talk about. I'm gonna try to not stop hanging around people that smoke, but try to slow down hanging around people that smoke. I mean, because my friends that do smoke, I'm like, y'all are my people and I really love y'all, but I know that if I'm around somebody that has a cigarette, I'm going to be tempted. I'm going to want to be like, hey, just let me get a little hit. I'm good. Just give me one. Just one. Like, I want to get to the point. I just want to do 21 days. If I can go 21 days without smoking, hopefully that'll break the habit. That's the goal. 21 days, no smoking, break the habit. I was watching that guy Brock, who quit smoking back in October, and he said that it takes 3 days for nicotine to get out your system. So I'm just gonna wait on these 3 days to see what happens. It's gonna be really hard whenever I go to like a party or something though, like where I go out, because when I drink I want to smoke, when I dance I want to smoke, when I'm around people that smoke I want to smoke. Everything makes me want to smoke. I'm like and I'm not a chain smoker. I could be, but I stopped myself from being a chain smoker because I'm just like, I really could just sit there and smoke cigarettes back to back to back, and that's so sad. But I have to think of all the reasons why this would be good for me. So I'm just gonna make a list and share it with you guys tomorrow of all the reasons why I need to do this and all the reasons why this is going to be better for me, because I don't want to be a mom that smokes. I don't. And it's just like, I know there are people that smoke and they're fine. They don't have cancer, they don't have problems, but it's like, I don't know. Like, my grandmother died of breast cancer and she didn't smoke. I'm sure she was around a lot of secondhand, but she didn't smoke. She had breast cancer. I think it traveled to her lungs. She ended up having lung cancer. And she didn't smoke, as far as I know. So I'm like, I can't push myself, because I'm already at risk because my grandmother had breast cancer. I'm at risk. And I don't know who else in my lineage has had breast cancer or other cancers that's in my direct lineage. So I'm like, I'm at risk. And I can't make things worse by smoking. You know? It's really scary looking outside. I would show you guys, but I don't want to show you guys. If you're a praying person, pray for me. If you're quitting as well, or you have quit before, send me your methods. Tell me what you did. Do a response video, comment, message me, whatever. I need to know how this works. I need to know how to do this. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you later. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll see how day 2 goes. Bye.